Thank you, Marty. Fans of Motley Crue are saying goodbye. The band is on their farewell tour, which has already brought them to Syracuse and Darien Lake.
They have a couple more chances if they didn't say goodbye already. The new leg of the tour has been announced, and it will bring them within driving distance away, Cleveland and Toronto. Tickets for Cleveland are on sale later today, Toronto tomorrow.
Well, you know what? We had the chance to speak to, the very rare chance to speak to Motley Crue's Nikki, Sixx, and Vince Neil. And our executive producer, Mike DiGiorgio, stepped in to talk to them. He grabbed the assignment right out of our hands.
He pushed us over.
Yeah, we're so excited he did it because there is no bigger fan than Mike. Here's their conversation.
Guys, this is a bonus for me. I saw the tour a couple months ago in Syracuse. I felt like I said my final goodbyes, and then all of a sudden I get an email, hey, do you want to interview Motley Crue? So one more goodbye for me anyway.
Cool.
Yeah, right
awesome.
on.
Thank you.
Well, that show I saw in Syracuse had everything. I mean, you guys threw so much at us. This second leg, what are you looking to add to the show? What are you looking to change, if anything?
Well, it's going to be basically the same show, but I think when we played up there, we weren't able to use the whole, everything that we have, from the drum thing to most of the pyro. When we go back through, we'll see the whole show.
It's nice for us to be in an arena because, like Vince said, we can bring everything, and it's contained. So you're able to get a louder show, a better sounding show. Like Vince said, all the pyro. Sometimes we can't get all the trucks emptied out and all the size of the show in. So for us, it's changing the setup a little bit. Got some new music. We got all bad things. Our new single just came out. So yeah, we're looking forward to it.
Let me ask you about that single, and this is maybe an old fogey question. Why a single and not an album?
We felt like we had something to say with this song. The song, if you listen to the lyrics, kind of really wraps up our career and where we're at and what this tour is about. And these 34 shows are kind of a celebration of our 34 years together.
And as you guys are you're finishing up, we've talked a lot about, you've talked forever now about how this is the farewell tour, and you're sticking to that. Are there those moments, though, you finish a really good show and you think to yourself, man, I could keep going with this. That was a really good one.
I mean, all the shows are good shows. We have a blast doing them, man. It's a lot of fun being out there with all the, and especially for like the fans. I mean, we got so many effects, and the show's just so over the top, and plus we have Alice Cooper with us. And it's from beginning to end. It's nothing but hits. So it's really cool.
How cool is that when you think about when you started? You've got Alice Cooper on the bill, who you grew up listening to as your special guest. In the past, you've had the New York Dolls out with you. What's it like getting guys like that sharing a bill with you?
I don't know. I think, Vince, you're the same as me. We were fans of Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
I knew this kid in Seattle. He used to sell pot, and I went over to his house, and he had a huge poster of Alice Cooper on the wall. White leotards and snakeskin boots and a snake wrapped around him, and I was like, what is that? I was a kid, and his music just blew me away, and so much music like Alice and AC/DC and Van Halen, and then the Sex Pistols and punk rock bands and the Ramones influenced us. So to know them, to have them be our friends and have them tour with us, it's an honor.
And Nikki, you just reminded me too during the show, instead of a bass solo, this last time I saw you, you make a speech. How did that part of the show come about? That's pretty different.
Well, it's Vince's fault. He asked, he sings for 2 hours, so he said, hey man, if I could just go back and get some water and get a breather for a second, can you just maybe go out and introduce the band? And that's kind of how it started. And
that's a big part of the show.
Yeah, and I keep trying to get out of it, and Vince keeps going, no, he likes it. So it's really, it kind of was all Vince's idea.
Keep pushing him out there.
Yeah, because every night I'm like, I don't want to do that, I don't want to do that. But he's like, he feels it's like really kind of a good time for the fans. And,
yeah, it's weird.
I'm enjoying it as well.
It's weird how an arena full of people will sit down and listen to you, as amped up as they are. you still are able
I'm
to
always
hold their
scared once
attention.
they sit down, they may not get back up.
Exactly.
I ask them to sit down. What if they don't get up?
And hey, Nikki, before I lose you, I should mention too, your radio show is on nightly here in Rochester. What do you get out of doing the radio show?
Yes.
What's that experience like for you?
I get to listen to a lot of music, a lot of new music, and talk to artists. So that's, for me, it's a really great thing to do when I'm not doing Motley Crue.
Fantastic. I'll remind viewers, the tour coming to Cleveland and Toronto, both within driving distance.
Yes.
And I'm going to recommend they go see it. It was, as I said, if this was it, what a way to go out. Guys, this was a thrill. Thank you very much for doing this.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, bro.
All right, man. We'll see you.
Nobody does it better than Mike.
I got one word. Actually, it's two. Road trip!
Listen, man, he's dedicated to his music.
Mike can drive.
He'll drive
Shotgun.
anywhere. He's the best.
Shotgun.
And come back to work the next day like nothing happened.
He
2
does.
or 3 or 4 in the morning, like, hey,
Yes.
I was at a concert till midnight last night. You're like, what? Dedicated.
I wonder how Hannah's hanging out there on the pond.
I know. I hope she's still standing.
She's probably skating backwards by now.
I know,
She's
right?
picking it up pretty
She's
quickly.
pirouetting. She's pirouetting. We'll see. She's talking about Rochester pond hockey coming up this weekend. Stay with us.